And we are 1 month into this enhanced community quarantine in Luzon, and the fight against COVID 19 is taking a toll on everyone, both physically and mentally. Millions of Filipinos have been trying to cope with staying home, while our medical frontliners continue with their duties on a daily basis. But what are the mental health effects of this COVID 19 fight, and how do we deal with anxiety? Let's find out more from Julian Montano, Clinical Supervisor from In Touch Philippines. Julian, thank you so much for joining us. Please share with us what are some of the common issues people face during this enhanced community quarantine. We're now 30 days into it.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Rico, for inviting me too. I think we are the most common issue that we are all dealing with is the sense of uncertainty. We don't know when this will end. We're asking if we might even be also infected. What will happen to my job? Will this ever finish? Will I be able to graduate? It's the uncertainty. It's therefore this uncertainty then leads to the anxiety that we are experiencing. Anxiety that gives us fear, makes us lonely, makes us irritable, and these are usually the challenges. And obviously, we can experience this in different ways. Children, for example, experience it in ways that they are overloaded by time with their devices because they don't know what to do. So that opens problems to unclear websites, unregulated sites. So then adolescents, for example, they are made to be with their friends. Thank God there is social media also. However, it's different when they're together. And so they don't have this natural task that they have to do to be, and then they're with their parents in the family, and the boundaries dealing with them with the parents, these are also challenges to them. And for example, the millennials are they're lonely. They're asking about my job, will I still have it, will my business, my consultancy, my freelancing activities. These are all worries that they have, right? And then the couples, for example, they're having difficulty dealing with
Yes.
one another. They're not to be together all these days, all these hours, long hours together. In fact, there is an increase also of domestic violence. And so this is again another challenge that they have. Then lastly, the elderlies, right? Maybe sometimes we see that they are oblivious to the situation, but who knows what they are thinking? Sometimes they become more irritable or more forgetful, and so there are a lot of challenges. And I think these
That's right.
challenges right now at this point here is more focused on the experience of anxiety.
So, Julian, with all of this uncertainty today and going forward, leading to stress and anxiety, how can couples, children, and the elderly deal with this? How should they be managing this stress and anxiety during these uncertain times?
Okay, yeah. First of all, I just want to explain a bit shortly how anxiety works, right? Anxiety is a mind game. It's technically we imagine things that are things that we cannot control, and therefore we become anxious. Now, to be able to manage this anxiety in different ways, also, we have different techniques that we can use. No, and main thing would be what we call self-regulating exercises. This is breathing exercises. These are progressive muscle relaxation exercises. These are mental exercises like meditation, focusing, imagery, all these things here. And these are things that we can see in a lot of websites. We can see this. We can how to do this. And these are really very powerful techniques that can calm us down, both mentally and also physically.
And Julian,
So, yes.
Julian, what about the frontliners? I mean, what can they do to handle the stress and anxiety as they face life and death situations on a daily basis?
Correct. Yes. The frontliners are very important. Here, I can see it in two ways. And we have there and together. One would be from the emergency perspective, and the other would be from the mental health self-care practices. From the emergency perspective, they need an immediate support, a crisis intervention support. So we have these techniques that I mentioned. They can practice these ones here, and then there are also the hotlines that they can call, and this is very important. And I would want to introduce this really and encourage people. And there are a lot of places that they can call that wherein there are professionals who are trained to intervene into their crisis, into managing their crisis. And
Right.
they can
Julian?
avail of. Yes.
And briefly, we have about 15 seconds before the end of this interview. If someone is watching us right now who has a problem as they deal with this ongoing COVID-19 situation, how can they get in touch with you? Are you
Yeah,
24/7?
Yes, 24/7, 24/7, and this is our numbers. It's 02-8893-7603. And then we have the cell numbers of 0917-800-1123 and 0922-893-8944. So please call us, and there are responders who are trained specifically to help the frontliners to manage their crisis, their difficulties, and this is not only something that will help them. This is something that they need to be able to function even better and take care of themselves, of their own mental health.
Thank you so much for joining us on CNN Philippines, Julian Montano, Clinical Supervisor of In Touch Philippines.